My name is Carey Jones, and currently I am a shop supervisor here at KNB Effects Group. I also have the great opportunity to be a super performer as well. Just being a fan of movies as a kid. How I grew up, it was not that great of a neighborhood, so I spent a lot of my time at the movie theater as kind of a sense of escapism. You know, just kind of losing myself in the worlds that I would see on screen. You know, watching movies like Star Wars and The Thing and things like that. And even surprisingly enough, one of the things that really got me started was the black and white Superman. I was always intrigued on how they made him fly, which is weird because it seems so simple, but it kind of started me off kind of researching and going to the library and getting books, and from there it was just a general love of anything that had anything to do with performing arts and makeup and film. Well, I started pretty young. I'm originally from Pittsburg, Pennsylvania, and I started pretty young doing plays, and they would have commercials in Pittsburgh that I would do, and these video kind of drunk driving things that I would do, like victims and things like that. So I started that when I was about probably about 16, 17, and then I did that in Pittsburgh for a few years, and then I moved out to California back in '95. So I've been doing it for quite some time. My first job actually was a TV show called Baywatch, and I made we had to make a dolphin, but I was in charge of making a sea lion that got beached, and Pam Anderson had to go and pick it up and carry it off. You know, so I didn't get to go to set for that, but I wish I did. But no, it was an awesome project to kind of get my feet wet. I would probably say, without bias, the job I have now. I mean, Greg has been an amazing guy and mentor for me, and he's given me a lot of opportunities, not only to be a manager here at the shop, but also be a super performer on a set. I mean, he gave me pretty much my first major role as the Predator back here, which was a lot of fun, and it was a great experience. The best part of the business for me is traveling. I love traveling. I love meeting new people. I love getting the different tasks. You know, they come up with different ideas on to make essentially the impossible possible. I mean, I love problem solving. I mean, that was my job really for the greater part of my career. So I'd probably say that's the thing I love the most about it. The misconceptions of the entertainment business, which I get a lot, is that it's not work. A lot of people see things on screen and they have this fantasy as to, you know, if we did a film in Hawaii, they're like, oh, you're in Hawaii, it must have been fantastic. But even though you film in Hawaii or Bahamas or wherever you go, it's still a lot of work, you know, a lot of prep, a lot of trial and error. I mean, it's a great deal of work by a lot of people, which also is a misconception. A lot of people feel like there's only like one person that creates these things that you see on camera, when it's like a whole sea of people, as the end credits show, that come together to make the project happen. I get that question a lot, actually, and the reality is that I have a lot of projects that I like for different reasons. There's so many. Piranha was a really fun project. Predators was a really fun project. I worked on Jurassic Park 3, which was also a fun project because it was large in the scope that it was like the last kind of giant monster creature animal film that I worked on. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ones. Drag Me to Hell was a really cool movie. So I mean, the list can go on. I mean, I like each one for a lot of different reasons. Wow, as a kid, it was this. I mean, and that might sound cheesy. I always wanted to be you know, a performer or a makeup artist. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I can't even remember anything else. You know, there was never a time where I said I wanted to be an astronaut or a a fireman. It was always this. People trying to break into the business, it really needs to be your passion. It really needs to be your passion. You have to know the industry. You have to research it, know who people are. I mean, a lot of times I talk to people and I'll ask them questions and they won't be able to answer them, as opposed to who's that person, or who. You need to know your craft. You need to be very educated in what you do, because education is very important. So far as just the process. Know what goes. I mean, you can know kind of your position, but it really helps if you know the overall process of how everything comes together. You can't just focus on what you do, because what you do affects the next person and the next person. So I think diversity is huge.